Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm WoWcrendor and welcome back to more Hearthstone card reviews. I never know what to say, or what to call this really, but that's what it is. It's me reviewing Hearthstone cards that are coming out for the new expansion. I've already done 2 of these, so if I don't cover any of the cards, I've probably covered it in a previous video. This one I'm doing it a bit different. I'm not going over every card, I'm just going over the ones that I think are prime meme worthy. And don't worry, there's a lot this expansion, so I'm very excited. So let's just begin. Again, I'm rating these cards based on fun level and the amount of memes that'll be created out of them. So this is by no means a video where I'm like, well, technically, by the statistical, logical, it's not that. So first things first, we got Void Lord. He's a 9-mana 3/9 with Taunt, and when he dies, he summons 3/1/3 demons with Taunt. Kind of crazy, because it's going to give Warlocks a big Taunt minion, and then he's going to summon all those demons with Taunt after it. I'm more concerned with his Deathrattle and trying to proc that as many times as possible. And there might be a way with a new or a different new card in this expansion that we'll get to eventually. So, oh, whoops, that was already up here. So let's get to the next card. This one right over here. And this is one of my favorite cards. He is the Grand Archivist. 8/4/7. At the end of your turn, cast a spell from your deck. Target chosen randomly. He's like a mini Yogg-Saron. And, alright, here's what we gotta do. Get a bunch of spells. And you just... well, there's 2 things you do. You get a bunch of spells, somehow like stealth this guy, or get that one card that triggers your end of turn effect twice, and then just keep having him cast spells. And then you play Yogg-Saron after he's died and all his spells have been casted already, is like you're paying your tributes to the Grand Archivist. This would be perfect for a Yogg-Saron deck. And on top of that, I saw Rob Rurikar was tweeting, and he was like, what if a quest counts as a spell, right? What if you had, at the end of your turn, he casts, like, the mage spell, and then you try to get, like, unlimited turns? Rob was going on, like, a madman theory, and I'm excited to see his gimmick decks come alive when this expansion hits. So this card's gonna have some crazy stuff going on. I'm excited about it. Now, this card's even crazier. King Todd Waggle, 8-mana 5/5 Battlecry. Swap decks with your opponent, then give a ransom spell to swap back. So you swap decks with your opponent. So what you have to do, what people are already going over, like, this could be crazy, is you got to play King Todd Waggle, and then you have to play something like Explore Ungoro, where it changes all the cards to just like draw a card or discover a card or whatever it is. Just a card that destroys your deck, or just King Todd Waggle, and then something where you change all their cards, or you play a deck with a bunch of like 1 mana cost spells in it, and then you shred them all with that one ghoul guy or whatever he is. There's a lot of theories going around on how to use King Todd Waggle, but I think this might be one of the best cards in this expansion, just because of the pure craziness of it. I thought last expansion was crazy with the priest card, where you shuffled one of your opponent's decks into your deck. Now you just swap decks with King Todd Waggle. This is gonna be great. I'm looking forward to this card quite a bit. Psychic Scream is the next card we have. There it is. Shuffle all minions into your opponent's deck. So you could have some minions you want your opponent to have, and I could see some weird stuff happening with this. Oh god, I'm sneezed. I sneezed. Yeah, imagine getting some cards like Fell Reaver and then Psychic Screaming and giving your opponent Fell Reavers. Just cards you normally wouldn't want, and then giving them to your opponent. and then shuffling those into your opponent's deck. I think this could be a pretty fun thing to do. It's a priest card, so you have to do priest things, though. It's the only thing. It's got some, I like it. It's got some potential. Then, Temporis is a 7-mana 6/6 dragon, priest dragon. Battle cry, your opponent takes 2 turns, then you take 2 turns. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, if you play him with Bronzebeard, does your opponent get 4 turns and then you get 4 turns? I have to try it. Again, this is a high quality meme card. This is like, there's so many weird things you can do. Or you can plan out that you want to take 2 turns and then decide what you want to do in those 2 turns, or like do crazy combos with this, or do you could play King Togwaggle with this, to be honest. You could play King Togwaggle right after Temporis and then have another turn to kind of mess with their deck before you give it back. This could be Temporis and King Togwaggle could be a prime combo. So who knows? This is I'm loving this. Next up, Grumble the World Shaker. Where is he? Grumble the World Shaker. Return. He's a 6/7/7 elemental. Battlecry. Return your other minions to your hand. They cost 1. So this is some good. I mean, seems like a pretty good card overall, just for Shaman, especially Elemental Shaman. If you got like big elementals on there, then you bring them back and you play them again, and it lets you play elementals and synergy and all that stuff. But I think it's got potential with some other stuff too. I mean, you're returning your other minions, and they cost 1. So I mean, if they're weak or they're damaged, they're gonna reheal. You're gonna get to play them on the cheap, and I'm sure there's got to be a lot of cards where they're gonna get more value, at least meme value, not real value, from returning and then getting played again. Battle cries could get triggered again. Like, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of combinations you could do, and now it's possible with this Shaman card. So thanks, Grumble, for shaking up the world. Next card is the Hungry Etten. He's a 6-mana 4/10 with Taunt. Battle cry, summon a random 2-cost minion for your opponent. I mean, he's not really a super memey card, but I thought it was cool card art, and it's just an interesting card. So that's why I chose to discuss it. And now I will move on to the next one. This is a good card, though. This is the Sleeping Oozling. Battle cry. He's a 6/5/4. Gain the Deathrattle of a random minion in your deck. So, hold on. Rewind. This is what I was talking about. Void Lord. Look at that. If you can somehow... Well, damn. If you could somehow get Void Lord into your deck and then play the Sleeping Oozling, you could summon 1/3 demons with Taunt. But it's a Warlock card, so you can't do that. Ugh. I thought the Sleeping Oozling was a neutral card, and so I was really excited for that, and now I'm like, oh man. There's got to be some great Deathrattle things there. Oh, what was that Hunter card from before? That could synergize well with the Katharina Winter Wisp, right? To recruit beasts or something. I guess that's a good thing. That's not crazy, though. I'm looking for crazy stuff. There's got to be some crazy stuff you can do with the Deathrattles. There have to be some good Deathrattles you can proc with this guy. Or things like Sneed's Old Shredder. That could be a good one. Getting a random legendary minion when he dies. Stalag and Fugan. That could be a good one. All right, yeah. All right. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, all right, there's some good ones we can get. Okay. Spiteful Summoner is the next card. Reveal a spell from your deck, summon a random minion with the same cost. So this is I want to make a deck that has like only 10 mana spells or only 9 mana spells, like really high cost spells, and then just try to play Spiteful Summoner and cards that synergize with those really high mana cost spells. Call it like the big spell deck. I was trying to think of a creative name, and it's like it's big spells. But yeah, you could just summon some crazy stuff with those spells, like Pyroblasts. Imagine a deck just 2 Pyroblasts in it. That's all you need. And then you just summon that. Um, However, I guess it reveals a spell, so it shows them that you have that, and then it goes back into your deck. I don't think it gets rid of it. I think it just shows them. I don't know. Um, so yeah, I guess that's all it is. It's like, hey, look, I have this spell, and then it goes back into the deck, and then a minion comes out, which is still pretty great. Oh my god, that's really good for Druid too with Ultimate Infestation. Shit, dude. Good combos with that. I like this one a lot. Windshear Stormcaller. Windshear Stormcaller. He is a 5/5/5 battle cry. If you control all 4 basic totems, summon Alakir the Windlord. I'm going to make a deck based around this guy. And he's going to have... I'm going to have the try to get double battle cry thing. I'm going to try to summon as many Alakir the Windlords as I possibly can. And that's going to be the whole purpose of the deck. And I'm excited to try that out. That's it. So that's a prime 10 out of 10 meme value. I'm excited for Windshear Stormcaller. And the return of Alakir. I'll put Alakir in the deck as well, so you just get a whole bunch of Alakirs. Next up, we have Cataclysm. Destroy all minions. Discard your hand. So it's Deathwing. It's a Warlock Deathwing card, but without Deathwing. But it's kind of good because imagine having all those discard cards that Warlocks have. So this is a nice discard synergy card, but knowing the luck of Warlock discard, you'll probably have no cards that synergize with it at all. You'll have like, I don't know, just you won't have the fork or what are those cards like the. I'm not even gonna try it. It's I like the card. It's pretty cool. I think it's nice for Warlock discard. And it could provide some fun stuff. I mean, again, it's like a Deathwing without Deathwing. Kobold Illusionist. This is a fun card. He is a 4/3/3 Deathrattle. Summon a 1/1 copy of a minion from your hand. This is a really cool card to have a Deathrattle trigger twice. Maybe this could be perfect in like trying to summon a bunch of Ragnaroses. This could be great for trying to summon the Ancient One. There's a lot of stuff you could do with this, so I'm pretty excited about this card. I think he's got some good potential here. Let's see. Down here, we get to Explosive Runes. That is a mage secret. After your opponent plays a minion, deal 6 damage to it and any excess to their hero. So that's a pretty nice trap to have. It's like what's that one? Snipe, but better. I guess Snipe is 2 mana, and this is 3 mana, and for mages, so you're gonna deal 6 damage, and then if you do any excess, it hits them in the face. So that's pretty sweet. I just like that card. It's not like too meme-y or anything, but I was like, that's pretty cool. Here we go. Sonya Shadow Dancer, a 3/2/2 thick rogue. And after a friendly minion dies, a 1/1 copy of it is added to your hand, and it costs 1. So imagine, oh my god, imagine the guy we just had, right? The Kobold Illusionist, summon a 1/1 copy of a minion from your hand, and then after it dies, you add a 1/1 copy of it to your hand, and it costs 1, and you just keep playing crazy stuff. Imagine having a bunch of Sneed's Old Shredders. You just have a bunch of Sneed's Old Shredders on the board, and they got 1/1 Sneed's Old Shredder. They summon legendaries. Then they go back to your hand. They cost 1. Oh my god, this might be my favorite gimmick deck that we've had, idea-wise so far. Actually no. I forgot about King Togwa. There's so many good memes. There's so many good gimmicks in this expansion. I'm excited. So this is probably a good card just in general, but this is going to have some really nice gimmicky stuff tied into it. Next up, we got Zola the Gorgon, which is a reference to Gorgonzola, the cheese. Battle cry, choose a friendly minion, add a golden copy of it to your hand. So hence the cheese is kind of like the golden card, whatever. I get it. So yeah, it's just a way to choose a friendly minion and add a copy of it to your hand, essentially. And then you add a 3/2/2 out there. So it's pretty nice. I think that's a cool card. and it's a neutral card, so it's going to allow any class to add a copy of a friendly minion to their hand. So it works out what I was just talking about, or works out with what I was just talking about as well. Having you can even have 2 Sonya Shadow Dancers. Just put Zola the Gorgon out there and copy her and play her. Oh my god, I'm excited. And then the last couple of cards we got, there's Kobold the Hermit. He is a 2/1/1 battle cry. Choose a basic totem and summon it. I think that's a cool card because you actually get to choose what totem that you want. So you can play him, be like, I need a taunt totem, and bam, you got a taunt totem. So that's pretty nice. And then finally, there is the Kobold Librarian, which I think is one of the best cards, just art-wise or just design-wise. And it's got him with the candle, and he's like, whoa, but he's setting all the books on fire. And he's a 1-mana 2/1. Battlecry is draw a card, deal 2 damage to your hero. So you essentially activate your Warlock hero power, draw a card, take 2 damage, and then you got a 1/2/1 out there, and he's just burning the books. This is a funny little kobold. So those are all the cards that I found pretty meme-worthy so far. If some of them looked pretty meme-worthy and you were like, Crendor, you didn't cover that one, I probably did in a previous video, which I will put up on the screen right now, and you can go click on those if you want to see the other cards and me discuss them and be like, wow, this card's crazy, and give no actual insight whatsoever aside from me being like, this might be cool. But that's what I do. That's why I play this game. I play it just for fun, man. I love the gimmicks. I love the crazy stuff. I know a lot of people are like, RNG, but that's what keeps me coming back. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Okay. See ya.